Jay actually counted it in this time. I'm convinced that when we have a guest, you're just trying to see if we fuck up.
Yeah, trying to catch
Damn,
you.
bro, I said the F
slipping.
word 10 seconds in, bro. 10 seconds in.
Is that really a thing?
Who knows?
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
I be hearing from people that I cuss too much. And it's not my fucking problem. Right? It's their fucking problem.
It's not your fucking fault either, dog.
It's not my fucking fault, right? I motherfucking cuss. It is what it is. You know what's funny though? My mom told me, mijo, you told the mayor how come he wants to be the fucking mayor? Because it's a valid question, right? But we're not going to get straight into that. We're not going to get into that yet. We're going to intro this first because we got a lot to fucking dissect in this motherfucker. We're going to call this one the Reckoning episode, right? Be going viral. Reckoning. And Jay's just going to agree with it.
Yeah.
Leonard's not going to be mad enough. That's the word on the streets. That's the word on the streets.
What is there to be mad about, though, dog?
I don't know. It's a lovely
You're
day.
supposed to be
It's
angry.
good, bro. It's Sunday.
It's a lovely day.
I'm chilling with the homies.
Yup. Nothing to be angry about.
Above ground.
Above ground.
ground.
Ain't in jail. Got some water. You know what I'm saying? Got the new iPhone. It's lovely. It's a lovely day in Burke. You are now tuned in to Respect the Connect. I'm your humble, gracious, and highly favored host, Johnny motherfucking James. And I'm back again with a few of my nearest and dearest. J Trav is in the building. What's cracking, Jay?
Man, I'm posted, dog.
Posted and toasted.
Not toasted.
It's too early. Landword's in the building. What's popping, Landwords?
It's popping
Like Orville motherfucking Redenbachen. Episode 132 makes a motherfucking noise.
Let's go.
That was a banger intro.
was,
Wish I could get him like that all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Landwords off. Did you give this dude the fucked up stand again, Jay?
Did
That's
I?
fucked up,
What?
dog.
Is it wrong?
It was already there.
I'm fucking with it.
No,
Yeah.
because he keeps falling. You gave him
Yeah.
the Keller stand.
I'll just keep doing that.
Yeah, you get lower and lower. I really like this.
Kicking it on the
Yeah,
couch,
dog.
leaning it back on the
Hey,
couch on the floor.
he found out you didn't vote for who he wanted you to vote for.
Yeah.
So he gave you the one that just falls down.
Yeah.
Crazy
I
work.
got the color stand now.
That's what we're gonna call it. We should put a piece of tape on it and put Keller.
I'm
That
getting
shit
new
was
mic
funny.
stands for
That
Christmas.
shit
Fuck
was
this,
funny.
dog.
It kept rolling back, bro.
No, the funniest part, that was funny, right? They chose to clip the one clip where Chad just pops in. Hey, this fucker just appears. Chad's never been, well, he has been on the pod, but not like that as like repairman. And he's just there right by the mayor moving the fucking stand. I was crying laughing, bro. Crying laughing. All right, fellas. How was you guys' weekend?
Good,
It was
bro.
good.
Good?
Good, busy.
Busy?
Busy, dog, yeah. Doing some tile work, so
That's always a nightmare.
it's always not fun, bro.
No. Big tile, small little pieces of tile. What are you doing? What's
a
the
little
vibes?
bit of both, bro. It's mainly like smaller pieces. It comes with like the mesh back, so it's like one like a 12 by 12 piece, but it's not as easy to like cut and place sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, someone that's in construction told me, measure twice, cut once. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Make some noise for Pops.
yeah, dog.
Some good advice.
Yeah, he's there helping us too, bro.
What about you, Len Words?
Fuck you doing, Leonard?
Any dirty deeds done dirt cheap?
Not enough.
None?
Not
Not
enough.
another?
Not enough.
Any dirty Dianas?
No.
They loved us starting the pod with dirty Diana the other day.
Did they really?
Yeah, a bunch of dirty Dianas in the comments. one chick said, "This Diana ain't never getting caught." I was like, "Oh shit! Make
She know
some
the
noise!
record.
Damn,
Make some
that's-
noise for the Diana that never got caught.
bro.
Never got caught.
Damn.
No dirty deeds.
No.
Chilling.
Yeah. Just working on the pod, trying to figure out new processes, getting content and stuff done, and then Jay and I did a big record, and yeah, just chilling.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yep, it was a good
What
weekend.
about you, dog?
Fucking busier than shit, bro.
Yeah.
We went to the tree lighting. We had the Albuquerque the magazine. We took the dubs in the chat. Make some noise for dubs in the chat.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe that'll make us go viral. I'll be seeing people be saying that shit. That's the trick.
Dubs in the chat.
Dubs in the chat.
Dubs in the chat.
Yeah, there we go. Look, there's a clap. Ken, the reason Ken's clapping is because he just listened to the new Larry June record. I'm convinced. Whenever Ken's active,
Yeah, he posted the pod to his story, bro, and it had like a Larry June.
I knew it.
Every time.
Every
Do
time.
it every time.
Every time.
Just do it every time.
It had like no reference to like the podcast.
Doesn't
but it was
matter.
Just all, yeah.
Hey, you know what was funny? Whenever we posted, when we had Carlos D, and I posted that shit, and I used "You Are Not Alone." I'm not the only one that thought it was Free Willy. There was a bunch of people that were like, "That's not the Free Willy song." Maybe it's a Mandela effect, and in my universe, that was it.
No, you're just wrong.
You're just wrong. That's true.
Yeah.
More than likely, I'm just wrong.
Did we find out what the
We
actual
did.
song
Leonard
was?
found it, and he was right, and I was wrong. But I'm
What
just
the
trying
actual what song was?
Song
to.
was, yeah.
You found it, or you
No,
Googled it?
Will found it.
Or Will did.
Yeah.
Will found it. Will, is your mic working over there, Will?
Check.
Check. Mic 2, 1, 2. What is this? Will is officially our Jamie. Will is our Jamie from Taos.
Is that like Wish?
No. Because I guarantee Jamie ain't got the pictures with legends like you got, dog. Make some fucking noise for the
man.
picture with legends. This fool
Actually-
just randomly drop bangers in the chat like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
This is cool. This is a Mike Tyson picture.
I know.
This is just a regular fucking Thursday.
It's Thursday today. This reminds me of when I shot.
When I was with Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
This reminds me of whenever I was over there with Holly Holmes. And
I was there when he bought his tiger, so
crazy. I was on the set of Hangover, just casually dropping bangers. So
know,
no, it's not the Temu version, dog. I will not let you speak about yourself like that. If there's one thing I'm gonna say that I've been learning from our commander in chief, right?
Yep.
The orange man that's in charge right now, his self-talk game is impeccable.
Oh yeah.
Impeccable. I've never heard somebody just so crazily, if not just confident.
Like yeah.
He just like, I don't know what they scanned, but it's the best one they've got.
It's called dementia, doc.
Hey, fuck it. Hey, maybe that's what you need, bro, to tap into the source. Because all the manifestation and all the prayers and all the people that be talking, all the gurus, right? They're talking about self-talk, okay? You're not supposed to say bad shit about yourself. I've never once heard this man talk down on himself, ever. Ever.
Yeah, but
Everything's the greatest.
But there's a bad version of that.
Let's hear it, Leonard, since you didn't talk the last episode.
His
Now's your floor to talk.
His name is Sean Combs.
Oh, I like the segue. That was, look it. It's like we've been podding for 132 episodes.
That was a pretty good.
That was fire, bro. Yeah. All right. So, the fucking reckoning.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit. Raise your hands who's seen it. Who's seen episodes or part of it, partial. Ken, fucking Vern's lying. Dom kind of. I know. Vern's like, I'm just going to raise my hand. I don't know what to do with my hands here.
I was using the restroom this morning. I was like, maybe I should just restart my Netflix so I could catch up real quick before I drive to the pod. And I was like, nah.
You didn't do it?
Nah.
Don't worry. Me and Leonard saw it. Leonard didn't talk the last pod, so now you can't talk. Okay? This is going to be the Jay Silent episode.
Yeah.
Silent J and Bob or whatever the fuck. All right? So, holy shit, bro. So let's start simple, kind of. Okay? 50 was the executive producer. Okay?
Yep.
Everybody's just trying to blame 50. As you guys know, it takes more than one person to make a fucking documentary. It's not like 50 Cent was running around with a camera interviewing all these people. It's not like 50 Cent was there in 1992 when fucking Diddy was filming himself. Just because he's the executive producer doesn't mean he's the only one that was involved in this documentary. But that's how the internet's treating it.
Yeah.
What are they going
They're
after?
calling him a rat.
50?
Yeah.
A rat for
They're
what?
calling for airing out all the fucking business.
For making a documentary.
Yes.
I mean, if he's right, and if it actually demonstrates what the man's actual character is, aren't these the people we're supposed to be getting out of hip hop?
See, that's the interesting thing, right? That's the part in our culture that
Like, what are we holding on
does
to that-
does it
that
need to be
motherfucker for?
redefined?
Not even just hip hop though. Get that motherfucker out of
Life.
out of circulation.
Yeah, out of the
bro.
community.
Like,
Yeah, for
He
sure.
said out of
Nah,
circulation.
hey, I like
Dog.
for real, dog. After you see it, you ain't even seen it yet, and you're standing on that shit. After you see it, you're gonna go, this motherfucker needs to go. Bye. Sayonara.
Right.
Hell no. Because they came with receipts, Jason. This isn't just like a UFO documentary with a dude with crazy hair that was like, well, I was on a military base, and we seen lights and these white figures. There's no evidence of it. There's no pictures. This is just me telling you. Do I look like I would lie to you? Right? I don't know if he's lying. I have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
Sounds a little crazy to me, right? But this documentary has fucking receipts and multiple eyewitness accounts here. So, okay, the internet went crazy and well, not the whole internet. There was a few people that were beefing with 50 old beefs. I think it was Ja Rule. Ja Rule, he's all, this motherfucker always been a rat. So I'm not surprised that he did this.
Okay,
Ja Rule said that, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, is that okay? Is he a rat for putting it out?
You know what? I'm gonna go back real quick. Didn't Ja Rule put out some paperwork that showed that 50 was?
Yeah, it was bullshit.
Yeah,
It was bullshit.
That's what I figured.
So to me, like me, the way I look at a fucking rata, right? 6ix9ine is a rat.
Yeah.
Okay, he's running with these motherfuckers. Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, I know they did him dirty. That's a whole nother conversation. Okay, but he actively participated in this fuckery, right? Then when push comes to shove and the feds come knocking, which happens, he ratted on his squad. That's a fucking rat. Homie from the Goodfellas, right?
Okay.
When the fucking roosters were fucking roosting, my dude, what'd he do? Henry Hill said, that motherfucker right there, that motherfucker right there, that motherfucker right there, right? I do not feel like 50 Cent executive producing this documentary from what he's doing now. 50 Cent is not in the streets selling kilos of cocaine. 50 Cent is pretty much a civilian now, correct?
Yeah, he's a businessman.
Right? He's a businessman. He's like Elon Musk.
Okay.
Okay? I'm just saying business, right? Okay. So he's not really participating in that shit anymore. So him executive producing a documentary, to me, doesn't classify as just moving. Like I don't look at him as the rat.
I don't think he was doing anything like what Diddy was doing anyway.
No.
Like to say that they're in any ways equivalent just because they're hip hoppers, like the distinct character problem that Diddy has nothing to do with rap.
No.
Has nothing to do with hip hop, has everything to do with him having power and money.
Yep.
That was really it.
And I think I watched a documentary of a rich, insecure little boy.
Yeah.
That's what I was seeing.
Yeah.
An insecure little boy with billions of dollars.
Yeah. I mean, he was marching towards it, man, but the worst part about it to me was that the people were giving him the power. Like the people around him were giving him that power. Like he earned it in ways that were convenient for him, but he wasn't grinding to get it. Like they said repeatedly, he didn't know how to make music.
No.
He didn't know how to dance. He didn't know how to perform. Like he didn't know how to do any of these things, but he could promote the hell out of the shit and make people want to be there and want to be a part of it. And that in and of itself is a skill set. Let me not, disparage the work of marketers.
No.
But it's not the same.
I think where his skill set really lied was he was a master manipulator.
No, that's marketing.
It's true.
Marketing.
True.
But and that's the danger of being a really good, not the danger, that's the risk of someone being a really good and effective storyteller is they could tell you any fucking story. And usually when you're a storyteller, you want to keep in mind what would benefit the audience. He didn't give a fuck. Like he said at the very beginning, he said to his lawyer, I invited you to this movie. There's no subtitles. And like he really thinks that like this whole world is just his playground.
Oh, yeah.
And nothing else matters.
When he said the only person I could compare me to is Jesus, I was like, that's where he was at, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
And bro,
I mean, but he wasn't sober, so.
no, and
And he didn't seem like he ever was.
Bro, they went through so much in 4 episodes. It was almost, it almost takes 2 watches. I'm not going to probably watch it again, but I'm just saying to fully get all of the information they put in there, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start here, dog. So I think I'll start on the episode that really fucked me up. Was the second episode with Pac and Big.
Oh, yeah.
Because I grew up through all that shit, right? So this documentary, which is well done, holy shit, like the way it was done, the way it was presented, the way it was shot, like the pacing of it, the story that they were trying to tell, hook, line, and sinker, dog.
Yeah.
And not saying that they were like pushing a narrative, like they were trying to tell a story, because again, they came with receipts. This isn't a documentary where it's like, let's leave it up to the audience to kind of figure this out.
Yeah.
They showed new footage throughout the whole Pac and Big thing that I had never seen, right?
Yeah.
They went back to remember how Pac kept saying, go look at the interviews, look how they were conducting themselves, right? It left me with a conclusion that I think most people were left with, that Diddy was the main dude responsible for both of them
Getting killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to argue around that with the facts that they presented in the documentary.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wasn't there. I was watching it as a fan from an outside perspective.
For sure.
But gathering now and living through it and seeing where it went and all the other stuff that came to the surface, this motherfucker was jealous of both of them. And he couldn't control both of them.
And he hated that they even had a friendship.
He hated that they were friends.
Damn. So is there evidence? Obviously, so there's evidence of it. Is that what he's in prison? Is that part
No,
of what
no.
he's in prison for?
He
Is it
went for
gonna be?
racketeering for he ain't bro. So whoever he was, there was some way this was being tolerated. He wasn't just climbing to fame and all these bodies were dropping around him and doing all the dirty deeds done dirt cheap. And he was just flying under the radar for all these years, dog. Like, it goes back to the beginning when there was a bunch of people got killed during like a basketball game. There was like a stampede of humans and they got locked in this little area right here
like
where the doors, the charity event.
Charity game that he put on with Heavy D.
He only paid security like $200. There was no security. The whole thing was fucked.
There was no insurance either.
Damn.
That's how you probably heard that he put all the businesses in his mother's name. That was why.
Yep.
Because he would have had to pay those families, and he never did.
So, and bro,
Even that by itself is
and that was the beginning of his career.
Awful.
They even said that's why he became famous. That was the moment when he was all over the news, right? And they're like, oh, who is this Puffy? Because he was doing Daddy's house or Puffy's house or some shit. He was like hosting parties.
like party, yeah.
And then he wanted to be an A&R, and what was the name of the record label? Uptown, right? So he was an A&R. And that's where he learned the business, right? And he learned how not to pay the artists and how to do all the fuck shit that they've been doing for years.
Yeah.
That's where he got his how to rob the artists, right? Get him to, because he had all these people like Craig Mack, bro. His story made me sad as a motherfucker, dog.
Yeah.
Like, he looked like he was about to end up on fucking food stamps out here fucking like struggling.
Damn.
But
And he was on tour.
yeah.
Had some of the biggest hits, right? With his whole Big Mac, I sold it. Yeah, we got Big and Craig Mack, and they were fucking broke.
Yeah.
No money. And he's over here dancing around like a fucking crazy person. So
Trying to earn it.
trying to earn it, exactly. So what I seen too, okay, that he got in the industry and how it happened, his fame happened off of the demise of like so many innocent people.
Yeah, it was like 8 or 9 people died.
They just died, right?
Got crushed.
And nobody was held accountable. Nothing happened.
And yeah, he was held to account, but that's how he avoided it. That's why everything was in his mother's name.
Yep. Didn't pay a
Moving
dollar
forward.
to none of the
He ain't
victims.
paid nobody nothing.
Right? And then, he got allowed to take some of the artists with him to Bad Boy, right? Big went with him. And Big obviously was a once in a fucking lifetime talent, right? One of the greatest MCs to ever live. And at that time, him and Pac were homies. And they talked to like, bro, they're talking to people, one of the people that were there from the beginning of Bad Boy, right? They talked to his childhood friends. They talked to some Pac's homies, right?
Yeah.
And they were talking
cousin.
about his cousin was in jail, right? And they were talking about how Pac reacted to Big's success, and he loved it. Interesting when they played "I Get Around." Diddy's homie said that they were in the studio trying to replicate that record. They were like, I don't know what it is about this record, but the people love it, right? So, that's why when Pac said he's all, you got the whole style from me, right? Like, they did.
Yeah.
Diddy was watching everything that Pac was doing, and he was dressing Biggie that way. He was having Biggie make them kind of records, right? But then he was seeing that Pac and Big were homies, and he didn't like that shit. He wanted Big to be his only friend. It's me and Big against the world, right? So he seen he couldn't control Pac, and he wanted Pac to go to Bad Boy. That was before Pac was on the fucking on Death Row.
Oh, I didn't
This is
know
East
that.
Coast,
Okay.
right? So he wanted Pac to be on Bad Boy. Pac was not Big.
Yeah.
Pac was not gonna have somebody like Diddy controlling him. We've all seen that. Pac couldn't even control himself, right? So then it goes into the whole thing happened at the Quad Studios when Pac got shot 5 times.
Yeah.
They were all there, right? And Pac said this. The way that they were looking at me was weird. I felt it. I knew that they had something to fucking do with it, right? And it goes back to see that like Diddy had like some Crips that were running around on a payroll, like security and shit like that, right? So Pac said he's off there trying to rob me. How come they left me with a Rolex?
Yeah.
Like, why didn't they take all my shit? They weren't there to rob me. They were there to kill me. And they didn't. You know what I'm saying? Got shot 5 times, but I'm still breathing.
Yep.
Come on. Motherfucker tried to kill me, but you missed. For real. And to top it off, if that didn't work, they had a bullshit case of fucking essay on Pac that he went to jail for. That they've proved all these years later, and she even came out saying that it was bullshit.
Yeah.
They wanted Pac out of the way. He was a problem. And I say they as in, again, watching the documentary, they's name starts with a P or an S, if you want to call him Sean, right? He goes to jail. They get him out of the way for a while. Big starts skyrocketing, right? Big starts getting some momentum. Pac gets out, goes to the West Coast. And Diddy's like, oh no, this is gonna be a fucking problem.
Well, yeah, he couldn't do nothing with that All Eyes on Me.
Nope.
Suge came back with that. But why was Suge mad at Puffy?
Exactly.
What happened?
Dude walked up right next to Suge. Suge's there with his homie. One of Diddy's homies walk up to Suge's boy, puts the pistol right to his side, and just starts blasting. Pop, 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 pop. And then Diddy walks up to Suge and they're on the East Coast.
Suge said he used him as a.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He got Diddy in a chokehold and moved him around so they wouldn't start shooting at Suge. Right?
Damn.
So then they told Suge, tell your mom it's gonna be okay. Tell your kids it's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be okay. That was the beginning of the East Coast West Coast war.
Yeah.
That's what started it.
Damn. I didn't know that.
I don't even remember why that. What was the reasoning behind that?
They were outside of a club and he just walked up on him and smoked him. And what it seemed like, again, to me,
Just jealousy.
his jealousy.
Yeah.
His power was being tested, right? And he knew, they kept calling him a paper gangster,
Yeah.
right? He wasn't a gangster in the streets, but he was a gangster in the boardroom, right? On paper.
Yeah.
But then he surrounded himself by all these motherfuckers that didn't give a fuck, right?
Yeah.
Actual gangsters. And that happened. Then Suge went and got Pac out of jail. He paid the $1 million to get him out, went to the West Coast, and they knocked out All Eyes on Me. And that's when fucking Pac started, hey, dog.
Yeah, that's
I
when
fucked
hit him
your
up.
bitch,
Yeah,
you
that's
fat. Hey, dog. Fuck Bad Boy is a staff record label and is a motherfucking crew. And if you're down with Bad Boy, then fuck you too. Still riding with Pac, dog. He had that line now hits way different.
Yeah.
Way different. And they interviewed people that were like, oh, Puff was pissed with the Hit 'Em Up record. And he went and he sat down with a bunch of people that are in the streets and said, I'll put $1 million. Anybody bring me Pac, they got $1 million.
Yeah, he wanted Pac and Suge.
Yep, both of them. So that's why when they popped them in Vegas, and Keith is talking about all this shit. Yeah. We hear audio that we had never heard before, right? Yeah. He lays down the exact fucking timeline, bro. And he's saying that, you remember, the picture whenever they took of Pac and Suge were in the car? So the girls were like, hey, it's Tupac. And he's like, yeah, it's Tupac. And he stopped to take the picture. Fucking Orlando and Keefe D and all them dudes, they wouldn't have known it was Pac until they heard him say, yeah, it's Pac.
Yeah, they would have got.
They turned around, right?
They
I
pulled
remember
up next to him and unloaded the craziest part, the part that we didn't know, they parked the car and they got out and they were standing next to the ambulance the whole time that they were pulling Pac
They were
out.
standing there watching it.
Watching the whole thing, laughing.
Damn.
They thought that they had killed Suge because the bullet went in his head, but they didn't. Pac got it, and we are where we are now.
And Diddy paid him $500,000.
He didn't even pay him the full milli.
Yeah.
And homie that actually did it, I keep calling him homie, the dude that actually did it never seen the fucking dough. It was the middleman that was connected to Diddy. Got the actual fucking $250,000.
Got the pay. Yeah, he got the payment and he kept it.
He kept it. Didn't even pay the dude
But that
that pulled
lets
the
you
trigger.
know. That lets you know how these people really felt about Diddy. Because you would never, if he was a real boss, you wouldn't do that to another boss. You'd be like, nah, bro, I'm gonna respect, make sure your business gets handled. They just kept the money.
They kept it.
You know what I'm saying? And that dude ended up dying of cancer or something.
Orlando, like another dude got shot.
Yeah.
Dude that died of cancer.
So anyone who could be held accountable is only P. Diddy at this
Yep.
point, really.
And Keefy D.
Keefy D. Yeah.
He's the only other one with a story.
But he's
right?
the only one talking. Diddy's not talking.
No,
So.
and he's every time. No, I don't know. Huh? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But man, the whole context, because I remember growing up during that whole time, and I didn't live my life in any of those like gang cultures, anything. It was always something that you see on television or in the movies or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm reading about the East Coast, West Coast thing in the Vibe magazines and the Source magazines and all this shit, the videos and the interviews and everything, I felt like I had a good handle on it, and I always knew that there was like some street shit underneath it, but you could never identify what was actually going on on the street. You could just kind of like surmise from what you understand of it, and it always pointed the gang shit to the West Coast.
It did.
And said, these are the gangsters.
Yup.
These are the other guys. And Biggie, I think, honestly, I don't think he was involved in that shit. I think he was.
I don't think so either.
I think he was if he was any sort of anything, he was a hustler. But I don't think he was a gangster, like
Nope.
clicked up, affiliated, that type of shit. And I think Diddy had those type of people around because they made him feel safe.
Because he wanted to be a gangster.
Because he wanted that.
Because
Yeah,
his
he
dad
wanted
was
that.
a street dude.
Exactly.
His mom was a street. She's still out there, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, probably.
His mom was out there running and gunning,
Yeah.
bro. And I think that's the type of person he looked up to. All these pimps and players and hustlers and gangsters, and he wanted to be that, but he wasn't that.
Right.
But he made himself that. He rose to
he
rose
turned
to a
himself
higher villain
into-
status
yeah.
than any of those dudes.
Yeah, for sure. He was
Right?
more. Yeah, he probably created more pain than
Any
a
of those
lot of them
dudes.
drug dealers did. Like he.
What really
goodness,
fucked
man.
me up after the Pac stuff, right, was then here comes the big stuff. Okay. Mm-hmm. Buddy. Big did not want to be on the West Coast at all. Diddy said, nah, we got to go out there and finish this album. So he took him out there to record the album, to finish it. And they had been getting threats for a year straight. Do not come to the West Coast. Y'all ain't welcome, right? And I don't know if he was a manager or an A&R, someone that was working with Bad Boy was about to take Big. He was about to be the first artist to go do a European press run.
Yeah, that was the business manager.
It was.
Kurt.
Yep.
Whatever. I think his name was Kurt.
He was calling Diddy. He's like, oh man, I'm about to take him. And Diddy said, no, he ain't going. He's staying here. He ain't going nowhere. Cancel the whole fucking trip, right? Then Rolling Stone, right? They hit homie and said, we about to give Big the cover. What? Diddy heard. And Diddy said, nope, block it. Do not give him the cover. I'm getting ready to drop my album. Big ain't getting the cover. Stop it and block it now. His exact words, bro. Damn. Big didn't want to be there, okay? Diddy had him there. So then fast forward to when they're supposed to be at the club, okay? We get new footage. Okay. Let me back up a little bit. This dude has been recording himself on a daily basis since like 1992. They have so much footage. Like I said, this isn't just hearsay shit. You hear Diddy say a lot of this shit because he's recording himself. He was recording himself 6 days before he got arrested. Like he was about to fucking drop a documentary.
Yeah.
The whole footage
He thought he was finna win.
Bro, he thought he was finna win, right?
Yeah.
Recorded himself the whole time. And he's been recording since like 1992. So there's so much footage, right?
Yeah.
Someone had footage of Big's Suburban, right? You hear the shots, ba, 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 ba. And you hear him on 911 call, Big, can you hear me? Can you hear me? He been shot. You could see it, bro. A whole new angle that we had never seen before is fucking insane, right? So obviously we know what happened with Big. Big didn't make it, passed away, right? And the album wasn't supposed to be titled Life After Death. Big's album that wasn't finished. It had a whole different title. Guess who named it Life After Death? Sean Combs. Then he told everybody, I'm gonna make sure Big has the biggest funeral ever seen. We're about to shut down Harlem. This is about to be so crazy, something you ain't never seen before. Bum. And I'm the one that did it. Diddy's the one that fucking made this whole thing possible. Guess who paid for the funeral, Jay? Big. He charged Biggie's estate for the funeral he threw for him. Then was on the motherfucking Rolling Stone. Guess who was on? Guess who was the biggest artist? Out of nowhere. Big's gone, Pac's gone, boom. Diddy in his shiny suits dancing around everywhere. Remember? You guys remember in real time.
Yeah, him
how
and Mace.
big he just fucking skyrocketed, bro.
Yeah.
With the fucking I'll Be Missing You. Has his wife on the chorus. Then he pulls up and he's dancing around the fucking MTV stage like a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, in the context now, he's
It's
psycho,
crazy.
yeah.
During though, we're like, oh my God, this is
Yeah.
his best friend.
Yeah.
He's got
He's so
steam.
touched. Yeah, he's dancing.
Hit you
again.
right here. You know what I'm saying? How many people play that record at a funeral? That's like regular funeral. It took over the Boys to Men. It did.
Well, bring him back.
Bring him back, because fuck that shit. For real.
Done with that.
He's dancing around on the MTV stage, becomes the biggest artist, just skyrockets. Boom. And then he's huge. He's huge. Again,
Damn, bro.
I'm not there. This is me basing it off of the evidence that this documentary has put forth.
This is 50 Cent ratting? This is
Yeah,
what-
exactly.
Just kidding.
50 said all that.
But with the information that's there, okay, there's the receipt of Big's estate having to pay for his funeral. Okay, let's erase all the other stuff that we can't really say exact, okay? That's a fact. You're supposed to be his best friend. You throw him the biggest funeral that's ever fucking existed and you make his estate pay for it? When you're a fucking millionaire? That's crazy work, bro.
Yeah, but he wasn't paying nobody but the women that work for him.
That was it.
Because it seemed like all the rappers and all the, like, a lot of the artists.
They were
just
broke.
Never got anything consistent.
They were broke.
Did you guys ever see that time he's on a radio station and Mace like bombards the interview?
Yep.
Just to have him sign him out of his contract on
Yep.
air in front of
Nah,
everybody.
really? I haven't
Yeah.
seen that.
'Cause
Bro.
he kept dodging Mace. And
He
Mace was
didn't
like, hey, walks
pay-
in on the radio station, bro. And it's like, hey, here's
for-
that
good-
paperwork I want you to sign.
Yeah,
He
good
didn't
for
pay
him, bro.
nobody. He didn't pay, and then everybody
him.
after they were around him ended up like being a preacher or going and finding God, bro. Like they needed to get completely different energy than what was coming out of that regime.
Or like Shine. How
Shot,
Shine.
bro, yeah.
Oh, bro,
How he got Shine locked up. Like he brought
Bruh.
he his whole defense was he did it.
that was it. Wasn't me. He hit the Shaggy. Wasn't me. Right, bro. Then okay. Big, all that stuff goes down, bro, and you know, then it fast forwards and it gets into all the crazy, freaky, deaky, crazy shit with him fucking with male prostitutes and Cassie and all the craziness and baby oil and all the stuff we've been hearing for the past 2 years. So he would fly this gigolo to wherever him and Cassie were on the anniversary of Big's death, and they'd all fuck each other. He'd have him blowing her back out on what he would call Big Day. To celebrate Big's Day. Shouldn't that be his birthday, not his death day?
Yeah.
And he would be on the internet and he would fly this dude. They'd be all over the world. They'd fly him out. So he would blow Cassie's back out on Big's anniversary of his death.
Yeah.
Damn, shit's
Look, dog,
disrespectful, wild, fucking.
if
damn.
it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it ain't a fucking turkey.
It's a Diddy.
It's a Diddy. Crazy. This left me kind of, and bro, I don't ever want jail for nobody. unless they really fuck with innocent people and they're pieces of shit. And this left me thinking, damn, this motherfucker might not got enough time. That's what I left the whole thing thinking. Because all he got was 50 fucking months.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
It seems like he was allowed to do this fuckery for a long time.
Yeah.
And he ended up pissing off some of the people that were allowing him to conduct this fuckery. And they made him sit his ass down.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that was them. I feel like it's not as cut and dry as that, though.
Uh-huh.
Because I feel like he got the spotlight shined on him recently because he started talking slick about people he was doing business with who are far more powerful and connected than what he is, whether he recognized that or not. I feel like that came into play. I feel like the reason why he even got a lot of love in the hip hop community and in the greater entertainment industry was just for the perception that he upheld, that was upheld by the people around him. But he wasn't like bringing real value to anything. He was just out front trying to make himself bigger and more grandiose. I don't think it was like he pissed off somebody and they were like, gotta check him. I think it was a domino effect where it's like you piss off one person and they're like, well, fuck it, I'm not gonna help you.
The dominoes kept falling.
Yeah, and the dominoes kept falling and falling. Because I don't think that everyone who claimed that he did something to them actually had a legitimate complaint. Because I think some of those people were there for the good times.
Oh, yeah.
And they had no problem with what was going on when there were good times.
They supported it.
Yeah.
They allowed, a lot of those people allowed some of that stuff to go down.
For sure.
Right.
The women, too.
And
that needs to be said because it wasn't just like a toxic masculinity sort of like issue. Like obviously he's a horrible like toxic person, but it wasn't his masculinity that was the problem.
No,
was it
his fucking evil spirit.
Yeah, it was exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like it needs to be said that also when you have someone like that who is quote unquote powerful, the people around them are giving them that power. And sometimes when they put a particular person, man or woman, in that position, like his homie who built the company, you come to find out he was assaulting him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
At the very end,
yeah,
too,
exactly.
he's like, he was drugging and fucking assaulting his male
like his homeboy.
homies.
Like, yeah, exactly.
That were a part of the label, bro.
What the fuck?
This one
You
dude said
remember
that.
the Boondocks do the homie.
Yeah. Hey, this one dude said that I would be drugged and I'd wake up and I'd forget everything was happening. I'd wake up, I had no idea how I got there. I'd be sore.
Yeah.
And sometimes he was in the bed.
Yeah.
Bro.
What the fuck?
No. You think that's crazy?
bro?
He was collecting the gigolo, the dude that was with this chick and him. He was collecting his semen and saving it so she could use it later and drink it and put it on stuff and rub it on things. Bro, what the fuck are we talking about here? This is fucking crazy.
Right.
Like,
Yikes.
listen, being freaky, whatever, dog. Go do your thing. You ain't harming me. Get the fuck out of here. But this fool is on some next level crazy weirdo shit.
Yeah.
Next level. And he said that once he questioned him about it, they stopped collecting it, right? He's like, what are you guys doing with it? Well, I'm going to have her drink it, and she's going to put it on herself and use it later.
I think it gets deeper, but I think that that's stuff that isn't typically or would never be put on a Netflix documentary.
Oh, because it goes back to his childhood.
Not even that. I think there are like some spiritual practices that use like blood and semen and bodily fluids and things
stuff like that. Yeah.
That gets
Okay.
very, very dark, but they're not going to discuss that type of shit on Netflix
No.
for sure. And that type of like the sex cult type of stuff is a very real thing. And it hasn't just gone away because we've aged out of
it's been
like,
around for thousands of years.
yeah, it was the first religion.
For sure.
It was the sex cult shit. So what he was doing was probably something in that realm.
Yep.
But he would never speak of it and it would never be in front of a
I could
camera.
see that.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially powerful people like that.
For sure.
Like they do that type of cult
because he's
shit.
not
Yeah,
smart
yeah.
enough Like he's not the type of like, oh, I'm gonna do this to raise my spiritual power or anything. But you could tell he thought like that.
Yep.
So he had been around some people who were putting those sorts of thoughts.
And people like that are dangerous as fuck.
Well,
because they take a
you don't
piece of
see
the
'em.
they take exactly. They take a piece of the story,
Yeah.
right? And that's when you get dangerous, right?
Oh, yeah.
With that the dark shit.
Yeah,
Right.
But think of what you could do when you find a malignant narcissist like a P. Diddy, who people for whatever reason believe in him. Right. Let's say you want to control the people that are believing in him. Okay, cool. He's kind of like this gatekeeper. All right. Well, we'll make sure he always has money. We'll make sure he always has power and influence. He's always spoken well of. Great. And then on top of that, we'll teach him a little bit of our secret shit. Not enough that he can not enough that he can do it independently, but just enough that he thinks he's doing something magical. You know what I'm saying? So now he's moving around thinking he's God because someone told him something that ain't the full story, like you said, and he's moving around like that, and that power just gets magnetized towards him. So people are just like, oh my God, lifetime achievement. Look how great he is. Look what he's done for the music industry and all this stuff. Like people just get mesmerized. They just start to believe that they start to believe the bullshit because he believes it.
You unlocked it. Land words. That was the final piece that was missing for me. You're fucking onto something, my brother.
Hey, look.
I'm just saying,
Ain't
dog.
nobody- ain't
you
nobody
are,
gonna
bro.
talk about it, but
nah,
that
you
is
100%
a
are because
very-
let's. Okay. Let's. Boom. Yeah. Nah, he hit it because look, if
Well played.
if people pay attention to this dude, right, and he's controlling, he knows how to spin a narrative himself. Okay,
sure.
so he's convincing of these people of all this stuff. Let's keep him rich. Let's keep him in power because if we control him, then we control them.
Yep.
And look at the shift in hip hop. Look at the shift in energy after that happened, bro.
Yeah.
It went to the flashy fucking la la la
Terrible.
la la la
It
la
all fell
la la la
apart.
la la
Yeah.
la, right?
Yeah.
It went to fucking shit. It became monetized, and the intelligent movement went away, dog. It was replaced by dancing around in fucking flashy suits,
intelligent
money
movement
everywhere.
stopped getting paid.
Nah, bro. Yeah, and they didn't get paid. They're gonna pay this fucking dumbass movement.
what I'm saying.
Right? Let's lower the frequency as far as we can.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to hire this shit, and we got this dude right here that everybody's paying attention to. He already murked his homie, already got rid of Pac. Let's have him run with the motherfucking flag.
Yep.
He's gonna be and he was the gatekeeper. You had to go through him. If you wanted to get to that next level, you had to go to a Diddy party from the looks of it, right? And fuck, most of the motherfuckers woke up sore.
Yep. But sore with a bigger pocket. though.
Sore with a bigger pocket.
And what did homegirl say when she said that she had came to people and was like, hey, I need some help with this. This dude SA'd me. They were like,
that's how it goes.
they were like, what do you expect me to do?
Yep.
And if I help you, I can't get into his parties.
100%. They said the very
Because
first
it's a
one.
networking opportunity to some people.
And bro, this
that was more important.
The first one. This was and you could tell, you could see it in her eyes that this
He did that
trauma
shit.
throughout this whole time, it had broke her and her family down to you could see it. You could see it in her eyes. And she was trying to ask for help. And okay, have you ever watched not Belly, not Belly, the one Dame Dash did with Cameron.
Paid in full.
Paid in full. Okay, you know the Alpo, the
Alpo
dude that Cameron
Martinez?
was playing? Okay, Diddy, right, wanted to be respected like these dudes. And that Alpo dude used to hook up with chicks and record it, and like how Cameron was doing, right? So Diddy was doing this at his parties. So he essayed this chick, he drugged her, she had no idea, and he was showing people the tapes.
We don't know if
Yeah.
we don't know if it was consensual or not.
Alleged. Let's use the word
yeah.
alleged. Okay.
We don't know if that part was consensual
Or
but
not.
She for sure did not consent to be
to
being
be
recorded.
and to
being
be shown on
broadcast.
all the
Yeah,
fucking
that's
okay
crazy.
for sure.
Yeah.
That part not sure about. Everything else he was showing the fucking tapes.
Absolutely.
All that stuff was happening, right? And she was asking for help, and the people would say, "Nah, what do you want me to do? If I help you, I can't get into his parties." And they're the ones who were telling that he was showing this tape.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't help her because he was the gatekeeper, bro.
Well,
Damn.
And it's crazy.
you keep someone like that in power just because
You could control the masses.
You can control them, and because people give it, and I said it earlier, that was the thing that pissed me off about it at the end when they bounced some of those charges and shit. Where there were people outside calling him black excellence, calling him saying those sorts of things, and it's like, see, this is why.
Yep.
Because we can't all just agree that something can, like a person can be bad, but because they're black or because they're anything, whatever we identify with, we're gonna let them slide on the character side of things.
Just because it's a squad.
Yeah,
gang,
I got a
right?
bond with this guy because
he looks like me.
But he didn't give a fuck about black people at all, bro.
Him recording. Okay, so that for me was the final nail in the coffin. Okay, I could have went, maybe. But the fact that 6 days before that shit, he was recording himself, walking around Harlem like he was some regular schmegular motherfucker, right?
Like he's a man of the people.
Yeah, he ain't been there probably in fucking 30 years. He's walking around, let me go get a motherfucking Philly cheesesteak and let me take pictures. Here's Diddy love, blah, 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 blah. The moment he gets into his fucking car, right, he says, hey, who's got the hand sanitizer? I need a whole bunch. I'm gonna have to take a shower. I was hugging like 100 people. Instantly got in his car and felt like he was on some dirty shit, right? Now, when you're around a lot of people, dog, you gotta care about your hygiene. But the way he conducted himself was weird. You could tell right when he got in, it was all bullshit, right? He knew the whole time. He was like, I gotta take the picture. I gotta hug this person. But the whole time he's thinking, they're dirty, they're nasty. I gotta get inside and I gotta go take a shower.
Well, he was using them.
He was using them for the photo op.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think that was the part of it that frustrated me most, was that people were still cooked on the mask that he's using.
And I think some of those jurors were fans.
You know what?
Yeah, that one at least. Yeah.
You know what? I just wanted to say real quick. My favorite part from the whole thing was, I forget who said it, but one of the chicks said, if you didn't know Puff, like a room full of people that didn't know Puff, he's the biggest, most powerful, like you can't even touch him. But if you're in a room with people that know him, he's the smallest, most
big.
insecure. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And you could feel that energy on people too, like when you're in the room with them. You know what I'm saying? But that's bright lights.
Mm-hmm.
That's why communist countries use wide lenses in their propaganda. It's to make everything
Look
seem
big.
bigger than what it is and more grandiose.
It's
and
not really
powerful.
that big, you know what I'm saying?
It's not that
Don't pay
powerful. And
attention.
they're not that powerful.
Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain,
Yeah,
dog.
but on a fucking 18 lens
Look
from
huge.
50 feet away, it's like all those guys look so powerful
About
and big
to
and strong and
invade.
shit. Yeah, but that's how propaganda works. And
That part hit
that's
for
what
me
he's
too.
on. Yeah.
Like you could tell. Like before she even said that, I was watching. I was like, man, this dude reminds me of every insecure motherfucker that I ever been around. They act the same fucking way. He just ended up with a lot of money,
Yeah, for sure.
and he, I think, had a core darkness, a core evilness to him, right? That was there from shit that probably happened when he was a kid, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And you give people like that power and money, you know, they say it, money only brings out who you really are on the inside,
For sure.
right? You give a good person a lot of money, a really good person, you're gonna see a great person, right? You give a shitty person a lot of money, you're gonna see a real shitty person. And that's what we got to see.
Yeah.
So Jay, I still expect you to see it, even though we broke down the whole thing pretty much.
I don't think I need to see it now.
You do. That was a good. Hey, that was a fucking.
Nah,
we've been
it's,
doing
it's
it
worth it,
Yeah.
bro. It's
because
worth
it's a really good documentary at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
It really is. They're well done, well shot, and again, they came with receipts.
I think there's a real benefit to having the added context if you grew up during that era and you're a fan of hip hop.
Yup.
Because if you followed all those stories and now it's like, oh, you can see like these little gaps of information start to get filled in.
It fills in the blanks.
It paints a better picture of a lot of your years of your youth where you're listening to these people thinking that you understand what's going on.
Especially with the
between
new
them.
footage.
Yeah.
Some of the pieces and some of the audio and the things that we didn't get to see.
Bro, that audio from when Big got shot and how they used that, like they recreated it for
On
the
that
intro
album.
of that album. Like,
Really?
hey, yo, Big.
Hey, yo, Big. He ain't breathing.
Yo, Big.
You hear me?
You hear them saying that same shit
On the 911
on the
call.
911 call.
And
so
then-
this motherfucker heard the call.
and recreated it.
As the intro of the fucking
And then took his fucking Rolling Stone cover and went on MTV and danced around like a fucking idiot with Sting. And Big's mom was in the audience watching this shit. Yeah. The second episode for me, that was honestly, dog, he did way more fucked up shit. After seeing that, I was like, oh, this dude a fucking giant piece of shit. Yeah.
You know what that reminds me of? The concept is that David kid. The way he killed the chick and then
his girlfriend,
and then used it in his like product and his
Wait, is that real? Like he really did that?
They haven't proved it yet.
Okay.
But
they did show a picture of a refrigerator he had in his house, and the refrigerator was the exact size of a human body.
Stop.
I'm not even lying. There's literally a freezer on his refrigerator that could fit a person.
We got to stop these people, y'all. We got to put a stop.
Sickos.
Like Jay said, they got to be out of circulation.
I agree. I agree with Dom. It is the same like type of ritual, right? You do that dark, demented, fucking twisted shit.
And you hide it in plain sight.
Hide it in plain sight.
Yeah.
And you use it to become famous.
Because you think it gives you power.
That's why everybody thinks that all these people in the music industry, that's why the music industry is attached to the devil. Because there's so many fucking weirdos and so much dark shit that has went to these people wanting to express their art. But in order to express their art, they have to sell their soul to these fucking blood-sucking leeches that are fucking weirdos and make them do dumb, weird shit.
And the dumb, weird part is the crux of it for me, because it's like it only gives you power because you think it does.
Exactly.
You know, so you don't have to kill the people or hurt the people.
No.
You just pray. You could get the same benefit.
It's the same
but
source.
You want to believe that you have to do something dastardly. You got to do this or that, and you feel like that's like getting you into this place.
You know what I think, Lamberts? Because something that drastic and that nasty, it's hard. Okay, when you're doing that type of work, okay, and you're trying to tap into the source inside and get the power of manifestation and prayer, and you know what I'm saying, the heaven lives within all of us, all that stuff, right? That's not as easy as you'd think it is for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's the simplest thing in the world, but some people can't quiet the mind enough, and they can't find a drastic enough change to say, this did it, right? Yeah. But if they find this ritual and they do something that nasty, that drastic, that major, it can convince them mentally. It's that much of a moment to where they're like, yup, I did it. And then the body follows suit, because that's how it happens, bro. Everything, all that power, all that energy, all that source energy, it's within, okay? You have to convince yourself of it. You have to find it again. You have to remember.
Well, you just explained why he hired a dude to come fuck his chick every year on Big's, the anniversary of the day he got his friend murdered.
He cemented it, because the day he got his friend murdered was the day he got everything. He became the biggest star in the world.
Yeah.
He had to remember it. He had to cement it. It was a ritual that he had to remind himself, this is why I got here.
Yeah.
When he could have got there again if he would have just convinced himself of the power that he already had.
Yeah. But exactly. All these people wanted to help him. They all wanted to help him get better at being a recording artist.
Exactly.
He just couldn't do it.
No, and I think when you look at those dark rituals and things like that, I think stuff like that has enough power to convince these people that get there.
Right.
That's what did it. Now I'm gonna make it. It's that strong that the body starts following suit, like the rest of the other stuff. They're skipping steps.
You remember Homegirl said that at the beginning, she was like, his energy was everything.
Yep.
Because he made you believe in what so it really was the power of the mind.
It was.
And of his mind, but that was a mind gone awry.
Yep.
Because clearly he didn't have any character principles or anything he was raised on that cemented who he was prior to being Puff Daddy. There was no entity that was Sean Combs that was worth a damn.
Nope.
He was, his mom or his dad or whatever ruined him at an early age. It just wasn't in the cards for him.
Mm-mm. But he used, again, that should exist in all of us.
Yeah.
And I think these people tap in a way like that, and that's, talking to you and thinking about that, I think that's why, bro. It's such a dark, it's such a huge event. That dude killing his chick, if that's what happened. All these people that have done these weird, evil, crazy things and have rose to power, right? everybody says this sold their soul, right?
Yeah.
They didn't sell their soul. They used that nasty ass energy to tap into something that exists in all of us to create, right?
Yeah.
Because they were able to use that to convince themselves that that's what did it.
Well,
they
it's the
wholeheartedly,
yeah.
blindly
That's what
convinced
made
It's
them
the
themselves.
trauma.
successful.
Yeah, it's the trauma.
Yep.
Because they're traumatized too. When they're
Yep.
hurting someone, like don't let them fool you. They feel it,
Yep.
but they've convinced themselves that feeling it is the cost they have to pay to enter through the gate into this new realm that they think they're entering. And it's like none of that is fucking real.
No, you're just convincing
Like,
yourself
yeah,
that it is.
exactly. You're just trying to convince your own mind to
And
let
if-
it happen.
And if you do that, that's the key.
Yeah,
That's the
but you
key.
can do that without harming people.
Yes.
But people choose the shortcut,
That's the
which is
shortcut.
that.
And guess what? The shortcut always ends bad.
Yeah,
bro.
it's always the long route.
Have you ever seen any of those shortcuts?
It just takes a few more lifetimes.
Have you ever seen any of those shortcuts fully pay off in the end?
Yeah.
It always ends the fucking final scene of Scarface, my brother.
Yeah.
It's always the final scene. Double barrel shotgun to the back, blowing everything everybody around you is gone. Everything you built gets burnt to ashes. You might rise fast, bro, but your fall's gonna be just as fast.
So we talked about this. He's gonna get out. He's probably gonna be still, have a few more years on
Wouldn't
this
doubt it.
planet where he's gonna be free and out there. What
How
becomes
old,
of him
how old
now?
is he?
He's like,
He's like mid-50s.
yeah, almost 60.
Yeah.
Dude, those
Looking
pictures-
old as fuck.
Yeah, the pictures that they show from jail, he looks old.
You know what's gonna happen? He's gonna get out and go right back to the fuckery. People of that much power, people of that
You
much,
think people still are gonna like support
not as
his
big,
I don't
shit?
think
not
he's
as
gonna
big.
have as much power.
No, not as big, but he's still gonna be fucking
Bro, I'll never-
chilling on yachts, flying on fucking private jets. He's still gonna be at islands. He's still gonna be out here doing them type of fucking activities.
I mean,
on parole.
yeah, right.
He ain't gonna be in Harlem at a sandwich shop with
For
gray
sure.
hair.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be amongst the people.
No,
for
dog.
Sure.
He's gonna be living the 5-star. Was the homie the old? He's all. This is lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Yeah, Robin Leach.
He's still gonna be on some Robin Leach shit, right?
Yeah.
For sure. He's gonna get out of jail. He's probably still got a whole bunch of fucking money again. But his story ain't over, right? Now everybody's seen the stuff that could happen. So who knows? Who knows where this story ends? I don't know.
I got a good idea what's gonna happen to him, and it's not gonna be pretty.
Probably not.
But that's what comes.
You
The
play
sad
with-
part about it is that he's gonna take all that money with him.
Oh yeah, you play with fire, you're gonna
Because
get
all
burned.
those people will never get paid or never be compensated.
no.
And that's the worst part, is that he gets to walk with all the energy that he took is still out there and it's still coming back. And he thinks that, I'll just keep the money. It's like, it's blood money, bro.
Yep.
Like
Not-
you chose to pay with blood. So it's like, all right, like that's what you're gonna pay with.
When-
and you can't use other people's blood.
Nope. When they come to
It don't work like
collect,
that.
when they
Yeah.
come to collect, it's
When
your
that-
blood.
Yeah, when that devil
I think-
come to get it.
And I think now, again, I haven't seen it, but I think now everybody knows how many lives he's
harmed.
ruined
Yeah.
and affected. So I don't think he's gonna be. He's not gonna have the same.
If
life
even
he
it's
had.
not at all.
if it's half,
He gonna be on some OJ shit.
if probably on some OJ shit. If the documentary is only halfway true,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
But
Shit, even a quarter.
He still got hell. He still got hell to pay for a lot of shit. Because
for sure.
Yeah.
You look at what he was actually prosecuted of. You see why the case got screwed off, which I don't think was an accident either.
Nope.
Because I feel like they can put together a case and they can they can force a prosecution if they want it to happen. So let's not act like any of that stuff is up
No,
for grabs.
they could have
either.
put him under the jail for the rest of his life.
If they really intended to, yeah.
It wa-
But I
that's
think
what I'm
I
saying.
think it was a spank
it
more than
was. It was like sit your ass down.
yeah, exactly. It wasn't. Yeah, I will agree with you there.
You think we really you really think you bigger than the program?
Yeah.
You just another cog, bro.
Yeah.
You just another cog in a wheel, my dude. Sit your ass down real quick. Now we'll let you get out in a couple years.
Yeah.
But you ain't never gonna be where you were at before. We already used you.
Yeah.
Everything they needed was already done.
Yep. You already built the
You talking about the
brands up?
pictures? You talking about the pictures? You could tell. He's a used and abused old man.
Yeah.
And that's
sure.
probably who he's going to be.
Who
for
was
the rest
still
of his
trying
life.
to, and who was still trying to hit the young chicks, not hit, wrong use of term, but still like fucking with the young chicks, and his son being around it his entire life. That's the person that I'm looking at now, where it's like,
What's next?
Fuck, man, like, cause he for sure doesn't have any talent. He doesn't even have business acumen. He's not a marketer like his dad. Like,
No.
at least his dad had that.
He's had a silver
At
spoon
least
his
he had
entire
that.
life.
And the fact that he was right there smoking weed with his pops,
Yep.
fucking chicks, setting it up.
In the same room,
and
taking drugs.
And was moving like he was going to be his father's hand. You know what I'm saying? So even if and when he gets locked up or his father can't do something, he would do it for him.
Yep.
So it's like, now this dude's a problem. Because it's like, now we got to watch the child that you put into the community, because he's going to have access to wealth and he's going to be putting his finger on a scale somewhere to affect someone's life. We don't know if he's going to be abusive to women or anything, but we damn sure know that he's been around it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's crazy to even imagine what might be going on with that kid. He for sure will probably need therapy, but
That shit's so bad. Like
what do you do? What do you do with these people?
they kept saying he was a culture, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's the face of the culture. Fuck.
Who? Did he?
Did he? Yeah, well, because he was for a long time, right? He was.
Oh yeah,
You looked at him, bro, making the band. Like, bro, we could sit here and talk about this shit for fucking 3 hours, I promise you. Because we're just scratching the surface, dog.
You're already
I'm
at an
telling
hour,
you, we're barely scratching the surface. Because
it's crazy, bro.
I just wanted to say, do you remember, like, I was thinking about it after watching it, there's like a whole bunch of, like, videos of MGK when he's talking about how he, like, first got his big break. He had, like, one song that was doing good, then he gets a call from Diddy. And, like, he's painted this story a million times on radio shows.
He has.
And he's like, yeah, he calls me. He's like, come to Vegas. He's all, next thing I know, we're partying for 2-3 days. I wake up, I don't even remember. It's lit. I'm like, this is Diddy. In the documentary, they say that Diddy was drugging people for 2 to 3 days.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it just adds
I
up.
thought about that same shit.
raping him?
And then the buddy, and the dude said, the dude said, he's all, I woke up, I didn't know how I got there, and I was sore. And
But-
sometimes he would be in the
booty
bed.
sore. Yeah.
He would, when he used the word sore, I went, oh, hell nah.
Yeah.
I had to pause it like, damn, I don't know if I can finish this shit. This shit's crazy.
Yeah. And it's very problematic. It's very problematic
It is.
when you think about the influence that he's had as a gatekeeper in just popular culture.
Well, look at what has happened to our culture
Yeah.
since he was the gatekeeper.
MGK is, where is that now?
Look at what has happened, dog. The down spiral of what hip hop was intended to be, we witnessed in real time.
Yeah.
It's not what it's intended to be. It has turned into a monetized pop bullshit that pushes a frequency that is so low vibrational that people can't rise above it. It keeps doubling down on the shit that we need to be moving the fuck away from.
Yeah.
There's no intelligent conversations. And the ones that are being had, you have to search for them because they put them so far at the bottom of the barrel, they make them sound crazy. Rappers talking about fucking like better things and manifestation and the universe and God and helping their community and being intelligent movement. When Nas said hip hop is dead, I didn't fully understand it, right? I was like, oh man, Nas, what the fuck? Hip hop's dead? He might be on something.
Well, bro, everyone owes J. Cole an apology because he did that and saw it, and everyone thought he was a pussy for.
Yikes.
For quitting? For not getting
But
involved in
no,
it?
I'm saying that because what you're saying, the God manifestation, like the realness, it's hard to find. He's the only one that like kind of like.
Well, it's tricky because you still try to get paid and you still want to be, in the limelight. Like nobody intentionally raps for
free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
A lot of
nobody
people
raps
rapping for free.
A lot of people rapping for
Yeah.
free. But nobody intentionally gets into it just be like, oh yeah, I just want to express myself. It's like, yeah, but it's still commercial. It's still, you're exchanging an idea. If you can encapsulate it into a way that people can use it, then, pay me for my work.
Exactly.
Like there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like what Diddy was doing was what you were talking about, which is the spirit that he took on, was the spirit that the whole industry seemed to take on, where it was only about money, where it was only about, a certain type of success, a certain flashiness, a certain look at me sort of scenario. And that in and of itself isn't a wholesome thing.
No.
And hip hop started off, for all intents and purposes, with something more wholesome at its seed.
Let me
it
be
wasn't started
the broadcaster from
money.
a piece of the land and the streets that you're not seeing. Let me put a lens on the fact that, fuck, we're struggling out here.
Yeah.
Now this is a way that we can all intelligently move out of this.
Yeah.
Let's go move together, right? To go get this.
And different artists, explain that in different ways, though. Like, not as proper. Like, you got N.W.A, who was like, man, like, this is what the fuck is going on. Fuck these police that are out here.
Exactly.
And then, then now you still got, like, I don't know, J. Cole's not really, like, political, like, fix our streets and shit, but he has a different mind to where it's not, hey, baby mama this, baby mama that, right now.
J. Cole says, it doesn't matter when we say, what's the line? He says, as long as the people in that motherfucker love you dearly. Right? Mm-hmm. That's the type of shit that J. Cole on, right? And that's the type of shit from the moment I listened to J. Cole, he's on a different frequency. He's on a different wave. He was on that, that's why when he said I'd let Nas down, right? Mm-hmm. That's what Nas was talking about. Nas seen it. He's been moving in this industry for this many years. He's got songs with Diddy, right? Yeah. He knows, right? He knows. So does Jay. They know, dog. Jay said, I could have been rapping like Common Sense. I did 5 mil. I ain't been rapping like Common Sense.
Yeah.
It's harder to stay that way, dog. They keep putting money in front of your face. Like, I'd like to say that I'd be able to stand on business and stay with my morals, right? But I don't know, because I haven't had $10 million put in front of me. Like, this is life-changing money for you and generations to come. Yeah. Am I going to be able to hold on to who I fundamentally am? I pray to God, bro, and I will use every power in my fucking being to stay there. But do I know for sure? Because I haven't crossed that bridge.
What you do
Not yet.
is you take half of that 10 mil, you put 5 away.
Exactly.
That way, and you don't touch the other 5. That way, if they're like, hey, you know what, you're not pushing our agenda, you got your retirement.
I got my own agenda.
You better get that money. You do that shit, you better get that money back.
Yeah, because they're going to come for you. They're going to put you. They're going to have a
like,
Dre
oh, well.
documentary.
Nope.
Oh, well.
Yeah, hey.
That don't work like that, bro.
All right, fellas. I knew that was going to be a long one, but we're not going to just talk about motherfucking Diddy and all the fucking shenanigans the entire fucking podcast. No. We got to get into a little recap of our, political situation we found ourselves.
Our political podcast.
Bro, listen, dog. Okay. We had Keller on.
Yep.
People were like, oh my God, I didn't know you can play softball. Yeah, you guys didn't tell them all the hard stuff.
Okay,
oh my God.
Hold on.
Time out.
Who's talking to you like that in that voice, bro?
When I read the comments, Jay, when I read these comments, that's how I hear them in my head, right?
Oh my God.
When I read them, oh my God, that's how they come out, right? When I read fucking Susie 59678-3, I hear, oh my God, right?
That other one, I
want to get on the
podcast. It was like Ken Kniff or whatever that Eminem does.
How do I get on the podcast? So we had Keller on.
Yep.
We asked him, bro, like, this isn't fucking real time with Bill Maher. I feel like people wanted us to sit down with Keller like, hey, bro, so why are you such a motherfucker?
Yeah.
Right? You fucking hate people, don't you? I fucking know it.
You're the 8th mayor of New Mexico.
People wanted that type of vibe, dog. And listen, if you want that type of vibe, I welcome you to buy some equipment and start your own motherfucking podcast, right? If that's the vibe that you want. I want to sit down with human beings and see how they really are in real life, in real time, right? Because when you see someone, you look at them, it's harder for them to maneuver around stuff, right? Their body language starts getting weird. They start stumbling on their words. We didn't prep none of these questions, right? Except for me asking both of them why the fuck they want to be mayor.
Right.
It left me with the conclusion from both of them, right? Because, okay, so then we have on Darren White. and we ask them, like, where are the homeless people gonna go? How many homeless people are here? Like, what's your fucking plan, dog? Why the fuck do you want to be mayor? You were harder on the fucking mayor. You were harder on Tim. All of a sudden, we were hard on Tim Keller. When 2 weeks before that, we were playing softball.
Yeah. Well,
Which is it? Pick a side.
You know what? I feel like the people who commented on the Darren White episode, there were a couple of people that said that we were unbiased, and I think that's part of it. Because
we should have been biased.
We don't have any political agenda in regard to what they're talking about.
Guess what, guys?
What?
Can I tell you a secret?
Go ahead.
I didn't even vote.
Oh man.
You're the whole problem.
Yeah, you're the problem.
Am I though?
Just kidding.
No, but the reason I've come to this conclusion, right? And this might be the wrong conclusion. I'm so jaded by all of it. The big elections, the small elections, all of it. All of it completely. And I'm not saying do this. I'm just saying this is where I've landed. And again, this might be wrong. I just can't bring myself to get up and go do it.
Yeah. Well, I think the apathy is what they're always going to be up against. And that's why I suggested at the end of the Keller episode for him to keep broadening the story that he wants to tell in regard to what the city is. I think everyone should be doing that, though. I think not only the political leaders, but any of the people in the community, anybody like your family, like you, what's the story of your family? What's the story of you? Like, what's the story on you? Because if it's always just going to be what someone else predicted or created for what Albuquerque is or New Mexico is, then you're always going to be underneath the thumb of, this
What
story.
the narrative is.
What that narrative is. And I feel like because we didn't have an agenda, it allowed us to kind of have a conversation as if they were just men in the room versus them being grilled about a particular thing.
You said this. Why didn't you do that?
Well, and
motherfucker.
There's no way for any sort of platform to be able to unpack everything and everyone's individual issue because there's too many. So I think it's important that we do get into a space where it's like, no, let's feel them out. Let's talk to them. Let's actually hear them out. Because if everything is just 5-minute clips and 2-minute clips and 20-minute clips, these people are running your lives, locally for 4 years.
That's what I mean.
You've only heard them talk for 10 minutes.
And
you're
that.
supposed to make a vote. Like
We
you're supposed
posted
to
the
vote.
clip, right, of Keller when I asked him the question. Oh my God, bro. So many people in the comments. He didn't answer the question.
Yeah, because we edited it like that. Like, what are you
Way to
talking
not
about?
answer the question, my guy. The podcast must only be 30 seconds long. What the fuck? Of course we didn't put the answer to the question. You got to pull up and watch it to get the answer.
Yeah, that's the
He
point.
didn't answer the
the whole
question.
idea.
Typical Democrat not answering the question.
The trailer
right?
didn't show me the whole movie.
Same thing with
just
Darren
getting
White.
around it.
We posted him answering the entire question, and people went, "Way to not answer the question."
Yeah.
No, bro.
What the fuck?
I think it was dope that we had both of them.
Me
on,
too.
though,
And-
because
Good.
some of my values line up one way, some line up the other way.
Ain't nothing
You know
wrong
what
with
I'm
that.
saying? And hearing from both of them, I got to see, you got to see who has a plan for what.
Yeah.
And they both genuinely, I think you said this, bro. I don't want to take the words out of your mouth, but they genuinely do want better for the city.
It felt like that.
That's what it felt like. bro.
Look,
So
when we sat down with them, like again, I don't know. Fuck, they both might be fucking fantastic at making people feel like they want better for the city.
Oh, yeah,
I don't fucking know, right? But having a human being conversation with both of them, I genuinely felt like they both want to see better for us and the community.
Well,
do they have the answers?
Yeah.
Shit. Do you?
maybe together.
Do you?
I think the frustration that people are feeling is absolutely real.
For sure.
And I feel like
Go drive down
that's-
Central.
And I feel like that's more the difference between the two. One has had it up to here, and one has had it up to here.
For sure.
Like that.
Yep.
But that's really the only difference. Like they're both preaching the same things, which is
Almost the same answers too.
like they both want to be compassionate. It's just like when you're compassionate when you're raising your kids. Not to say that these adults are children, but when you're raising your kids, sometimes you got to like put belt to ass or foot to ass or whatever. You got to be a little more aggressive to kind of snap them into doing something better, doing something different.
To realize
some
that
people
they're
will
fucking
say,
off.
some people will say that exists within the realm of compassion.
Yeah.
Because in order to be compassionate about someone and you know them and understand them well enough psychologically to say, I got to push you because I know you're not going to push yourself, then so be it.
Well, if your son burns himself on the stove accidentally, right? And then goes back to that same stove and you watch him, he's about to do the same thing, and you just stand there and watch it and don't say anything or don't yell at him or don't pull him away or don't fucking spank him or tell him to stop.
Right.
You have a little bit of responsibility here, my dog, because you could have stopped that and taught him a different way.
Right.
If he did it, again, accidents are accidents. But if you continuously watch your kid make fucking a mess of everything and you don't do nothing to fix it, then you're part of the fucking problem.
Yeah, you don't let your baby play with a fork next to an outlet.
No.
Shit like that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
What are you
there's
doing?
There's some things that you can see have a certain outcome. And it's like, at what point should government jump in? Where's the line? Like, those are questions that have been trying to be answered by governments amongst people since people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So to act like, oh, we're going to solve this or solve that, it's just like, okay, I mean, are you going to solve like everything? Like, how is that even possible?
It's not.
That's the only thing that I don't like. Don't sell me soup, but then don't promise me a meal that you can't serve either.
For sure, because,
You know?
again, that's why I asked the question. That is something that I would not want to participate in.
It's a tough job.
Man, I feel like...
And I don't think people really understand what it's supposed to be.
I feel like I could make more of a difference not being in that type of position.
You probably.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
I feel
see
like,
that.
for sure, like their hands are tied, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have to conduct themselves a certain way. And guess what? I'm going to conduct myself however the fuck I see fit.
Right.
Whatever my spirit tells me, whatever my soul says to say or do, I'm going to fucking say it.
Right.
Because to say Pinocchio, dog, there ain't no strings on me.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
when someone outside of office is able to help and make a change, then I think it's a little more eye-opening to every day, to citizens.
Because I'm just a regular motherfucker,
You know what I'm
dog.
saying?
If us just regular motherfuckers can get out there and make a difference, then that means the next one can, and the next one can, and the next one can.
But this is what goes back to me saying that's why I think those people in those positions need to tell a more powerful story. Tell the actual story of the resilience and the resurgence and the comeback and the rise. Let's not just talk about the fall and how shitty it is down here at the bottom, because we're not necessarily there, even if we're there temporarily. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not a permanent state of failure. It's always temporary. It's just how far are you going to push it to make the change?
How many times are you going to talk about? See, and that's the
I
thing.
like that, yeah.
That I agree,
that, yeah.
dog. You already know I agree with that fucking statement wholeheartedly, because the more you focus on the negative, the more you set the road.
Yeah.
You're starting to pave it, right?
You're looking. You look for the negative.
Yeah.
Shit then.
You like it starts
tend to find
You're like,
it.
what
Yeah.
else is fucked
it
up?
starts,
in this
it starts,
shit?
Right,
it starts
right,
as a
right.
dirt road, right?
Yeah.
But if we continuously talk about how fucked up it is instead of actually getting up and trying to make a difference, and you're just talking about it, your words, bro, that shit's powerful, dog. That shit's magic, right?
Yeah.
That shit is magic, bruh. And all you're doing is you made a dirt road. Okay, tomorrow you're talking about it again, and that's all you're focused on. Now you're starting to pave that bitch. You know how hard it is to get rid of a paved road? Way harder than it is to change a dirt road, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Once you pave that bitch, the work is harder. And that's the thing, is we're ingraining this into our psyche, dog, and we're paving them fucking roads. Yeah. And I agree. That shit, bro, going down there to Central, dog, like I will not send my moms down there, bro. There's places that I'm like, nah, you can't be fucking around like that. Like, that's crazy. Like, you are in legitimate danger if you put yourself in this position.
But that's everywhere in the world.
It's everywhere in the world.
City. Every
We can only affect really what's right in front of us right now.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what we have to change. And do they have the answer? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know.
I don't expect them to. And I think that's more the conversation that can also be had, where it's like,
Why are you expecting them to have all the answers?
yeah, it's like, I know we all get excited about voting and we all want to make a change, but it's like, that sort of thing can only go so far because it's external.
Yeah.
It's outside of you. It's never ever going to be another person fixing your problem.
Yep.
Because they can't.
Yeah.
They just can't do it.
I can't vote for Johnny James and be like, oh, my light bill's paid for a year.
Right.
He paid this
Fuck
shit.
yeah.
It's not.
It's more than just who you vote for on paper. It's who you vote for, but you
things
also
you do.
You also have to carry
It's
yourself
who
outside of it.
Is who you are.
Yep.
It's
Like,
who you are. Your life is who you are. It's a reflection of what's in here is a reflection what's out here. So you can vote for that person, and that person could mean you well, and they could put some tax incentives and do all sorts of things that are great for you and someone in your position. But if you're not right in the head, you still gonna fuck it up.
for sure. And then be mad for years
And
when they
then
didn't
you
do what
gonna
you did.
blame him?
Yo, yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Could you imagine if I light a fire in my pad, bro, and I'm like, how come Darren White isn't here to fucking pick this up? Where's Darren?
I thought
at?
Darren White was gonna fix
I
the
thought he was
fire
gonna
department.
fix everything. My house is burning down, and I'm gonna get on Facebook.
Yeah.
I lit a fire. My house burned down, and he wasn't here to fix it.
Yeah.
must be his problem.
Yeah, it's the Democrats' fault.
Yeah.
The
Fucking Democrats.
Yeah, that my house burned down. It's like, no. what
It's
are you
your
talking
fault,
about?
bro. You didn't make the change, the necessary, right? And again, this is collective. I'm not saying one person can go down to Central and be like, hey, I'm manifesting no homelessness. That's not how it works, dog. Right? You can't just pop up on San Pedro and be like, yep,
But
I'm changing my narrative
You may
today.
be able to help like one person.
You
get
probably
off
can.
homelessness.
Okay,
You can
listen.
help somebody. You
My
can
brother.
also make sure you're not. You can also make sure you're not homeless.
Okay.
You could take care of your kids. You could take care of your family. Like that's enough.
I didn't.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to save the world.
No.
We got to get out of this fucking Messiah complex that we think that there's supposed to be somebody up on the cross who is gonna die for our sins, bro. That shit is dead.
And that shit wasn't real in the first place. Don't even get me started on that, bro.
You got real charged
Yeah,
up. I
because
thought he
that-
was about to get tired.
That
He was
shit,
like, no,
hey,
wait a minute.
Nah,
fuck
bro,
all
they just
that.
wanted us run around with the shame of the fact that they had to kill this dude and they tried to say that it was because of our sins.
Because of
It wasn't
us.
because of our sins. It was because they didn't want him to have us waking up, dog. That's why.
Yeah,
That's
there's a
why
lot
I
to
still
it.
wear my
There's a lot
rosary
to it.
to this day to remind myself that if you push too far, you try and wake people up, they're going to get rid of you, and then they're going to flip the narrative and make it look like you died for them because you had to die for their sins.
Yeah.
That's the beginning of the shame, right? Don't get me started. We'll have a whole nother podcast on that. We don't got it. But
Johnny,
there's
be
one
on that
thing.
Catholic guilt,
You
man.
already know,
Take
dog.
that
I was
soul.
raised Catholic, and then my eyes open and I know what's up.
That
I be
guilt be
peeping
coming,
it.
boy.
I be peeping it, dog. They started it. They hit you with the shame, right? And then once you can't get out of that, bro, those are strong emotions, dog.
Trust me, I know.
Strong emotions to
Trust
start
me, I
as a
know.
kid, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't even gonna speak on this, but you brought it up, bro. I wasn't. I was gonna keep it to myself.
Blame it on me.
And I'm not gonna say the name or exactly, right? So I was headed into the to the hospital to get my follow-up CT scan, right? And that was heavy enough, right? I was headed in there. And as I was walking in, this dude was walking out, right? And he stopped and he went, Johnny James. And I turned and I was already in my own head. I'm in my own thing, you know, going here. And I turned and I'm like, yeah, bro, what's popping? He's all, dog, I love what you do, bro. Like, man, like everything you say is so spot on and it's so powerful and like inspiring. He's like, I just got out of the hospital for attempted suicide.
Yeah.
And I'm standing there about to go into my CT scan. And he's like, I don't know where to go, bro. Like, I know where home is, but I don't know how to get there anymore. He's like, I'm from Arizona. I'm out here. I'm alone. I'm homeless. I don't even know how to really get around the city. And I just got out of the hospital because he tried to unalive himself, bro. And I told him, my brother, stay here with us, dog. Don't jump to a forever solution for a temporary problem.
Right.
Right? That's an end-all, be-all solution for a temporary problem, brother. And I'm standing outside of the hospital in my own head about to go get a fucking CT scan, right? And I could see, bro, like I had to be there, dog. I had to be there, bro. And really, they're not like, oh, yeah, you know, there's a shelter.
Oh, you're good, bro.
Hey, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, fucking great, dog.
I gotta go.
No, hell no, dog. I stood there. I was late, right? And I'm like, bro, stay here with us, dog. Like, life's hard, bro. It is, dog. It's hard for everybody, bro. But do not go, bruh. You don't know what's around that other corner, dog. And I told him, I was like, bro, find a place where you get some water, dog. Be around people, dog. Like, don't go down to, he was like, how do I get to 12th Street? I was like, don't go down there, dog. Go be around people. Get some light, get some water, bro. Like, get back to baseline. Okay? And this happened, right? Yesterday. I get millions of messages. And if I don't see it right away, that should get lost, dog.
Oh, I know.
He's yeah, I know. Leonard's still on scent. Boom. I seen it. It popped up. He's like, hey, brother, it was great meeting you outside of the hospital that day. I hope everything went good for you. Thank you for the words, bro. I really needed it. I'm out here struggling. I don't know what to do, but you helped me keep pushing. Was his exact words, bro. It's little moments like that that aren't little, right? They're not little. Those aren't small moments. Yeah. Who knows what that could have reverberated into, right? Did I make a difference? I don't know. Maybe I made a difference for a little bit of time.
Fuck that, bro. You even if it was 2 minutes, 3, 4, 5 minutes, bro, that's probably more than anybody showed him in a while, dog. Other than the fucking hospital.
The hospital that just kicked him right out the very next day.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're so. This is a thing that's happening all the time.
Yeah, there's a
right?
lot of people
that are in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And if we can take just a little bit of time, dog, to be a little more compassionate. I'm not saying, everybody is a good person, because that would be some fantasy and naive that I'm trying to sell you, right? Yeah. But dog, you can feel it. You know, dog, your soul is gonna direct you in the right direction, dog. And at that moment, I knew I had to stop and be there. Yeah. Did it make a difference? Maybe it did. Maybe it made a difference for a while,
did, bro.
right?
Yeah.
And I don't know how long that's gonna go. I don't know exactly what, but I know little things like that are going to make more of a difference than me getting on Facebook going, oh yeah, fuck the government, the fucking mayor didn't do fuck for me, fuck Jay, fuck this podcast, they didn't talk about all the stuff they should have talked about. That ain't going to do shit. Yeah. So be my guest. Continue doing that dumb shit.
One thing I do want to say, bro, is like you did take time out of your day, bro. Like, I tend to get calls from a lot of I got like younger homies that hit me for like just to talk like about life and shit. You know what I'm saying? And even like those 5-minute, 10-minute conversations, bro. Even if I don't really know what they're going through, I'm just listening.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's people don't want to go talk to a fucking therapist. Most people don't. You know what I'm saying? But fuck it, hit up the big homie, hit up your homie. Like get it out of here, get it off of here. Yeah. And, shit.
Listen,
live another day. Do not leave us.
Nah, bro. It's a permanent solution for a temporary problem.
It's the Wally solution.
Yeah. Nah.
You know the Wally solution?
Wally?
Yeah. It's from Crocodile Dundee. You remember that movie?
I do. I haven't watched him in like 30 years, though.
In the movie, he said...
Now that's a knife.
He said, we don't have all this shit. He said, we have Wally, and if you have a problem, you just tell Wally, and Wally tells everybody. Now the problem's out in the open, it just gets dealt with. That's the Wally solution. You got to talk about it and just get it off your chest, get it out. Like, I promise you, there's someone who will be there to listen, and even if not, like, just speaking it out of your own existence, writing it down, like working it out, whatever you can do. Those are the types of things that you can do to alleviate the stress. And the problems, when you put it on a page, you can see it and you realize it's like, it's just a couple of things I gotta figure out.
It's a couple things.
And it's not gonna be immediate, it's not gonna be overnight, but please don't quit.
And by the time you get to them other pages, you're gonna realize that problem you wrote on that page probably went away.
Yeah.
You probably fixed it by page 4. Yeah. Page 5.
And a lot of times you don't have to do it by yourself. You just have to talk talk to other people about what you're trying to achieve, and a lot of times you find people are looking to help, you know, and that could be what they're looking to do.
I know everybody in this room.
Satisfies them.
I know everybody in this room, Will.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
know. That's why, hey, my circle might be small. I don't give a fuck, dog. Circle strong as hell. Surrounded by people that care and genuinely will give you the motherfucking jacket off their back, the shirt, the water. And that's the vibes. That's the vibes that I'm taking for the rest of my life. All that other fuck shit, y'all can have that.
Yeah.
See you later. I feel like that's a perfect place for us to drop the mic, fellas, or what? Yeah. Until next time, respect the connect. Peace.
Yeah.
It's thicker than that.